To improve the golden moment of opportunity and catch the good that is in our reach is the great art of life. The time has come to draw a curtain to our program as we have come to the close of it. A very warm good evening and warm welcome to each one of you gathered here to this valedictory session of the National Seminar on Yoga. Last 2 days, we had deep insights into several deliberations from the experts representing academia, clinical practice and research in the field of health and yoga. As we come to the valedictory function, I now take this opportunity to invite and welcome the dignitaries to the dais. We are very happy to have with us Sri K. Balakrishna Bhatt, the former MLC. He will be delivering the valedictory address of the seminar, and Dr. K. Krishna Sharma, the professor and chairman of the department, will be presiding over the function. The function of prayer is not to influence God, but rather to change the nature of the one who prays. Now I request Mr. Chinmay to present the invocation.
शुद्ध ब्रह्म विचारसार परमां आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनी वीणा पुस्तकधारिणी अभयदां जाड्यान्धकारापहां हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकां विदधतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे त्वां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदां योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचां मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोत्तमं प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिना नतोऽस्मि पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरातोऽस्मि. धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Mr. Chinmay. To welcome everyone assembled here and to share the brief report about the program, I request our lecturer, Dr. Thirumaleshwar Prasad.
Good evening to all of you, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. We are here for the valedictory of 2 days National Seminar on Yoga. We have with us Professor K. Balakrishna Bhatt as chief guest of the valedictory function. Professor Balakrishna Bhatt was the member of Karnataka Legislative Council for 2 terms from 1994 to 2006, elected from Teachers Constituency. He is actively involved in social and educational activities. He was Additional General Secretary, Akhila Bharatiya Rashtriya Shikshak Mahasangh, New Delhi. He was in charge of state unit of College Teachers Association affiliated to Bharatiya Shaikshanika Mahasangha. He served as president of Karnataka State Secondary Teachers Association, Bangalore. At present, he is serving as Dakshina Kshetra Pramukh, Akhila Bharatiya Rashtriya Shikshaka Mahasangha. So another point I want to communicate here. He is the alumni of Mangala Gangotri. He did his MSc Bioscience from Mysore University, studying in Mangala Gangotri, then the PG Center of Mysore University. He was professor in Govindas College, Surathkal. He was member of Academic Council and Syndicate, Mangalore University. Throughout the life, he strived for the principle and for the national cause. He was also connected with Dharmanidhi Yoga Peetha at the time of its inception. On behalf of Department of Human Consciousness and Yogic Sciences and Dharmanidhi Yoga Peetha of Mangalore University and Inter-University Center for Yogic Science, I welcome you, sir. I welcome Professor Krishna Sharma, the chairman of the department, president of today's function. Professor Krishna Sharma started his career in the department since its inception in 1998. Earlier, he had worked in Dharmanidhi Yoga Peetha also, which has begun the MSc Yogic Science program in the Faculty of Science and Technology for the first time in the country. He is the chairman of the department since February 2012. He is the guiding force behind this seminar. I welcome you, sir. I welcome all the resource persons and delegates, both online and offline, to this valedictory function. I welcome all dignitaries present here to the valedictory. I welcome the media persons to the function. I welcome the staff, guest faculty, research scholars and students of the department to the valedictory. I welcome one and all to the function. Now brief report about the seminar. So the seminar was organized by the Department of Human Consciousness and Yogic Sciences and Dharmanidhi Yoga Peetha of Mangalore University in collaboration with UGC Inter-University Center for Yogic Sciences, Bangalore, for the 2 days, that is 9th June and 10th June, yesterday and today. This was organized as a part of celebration of the International Day of Yoga 2022 in Mangalore University. Theme of the seminar is Yoga and Health and conducted in a hybrid mode, both offline and online. The sub-themes included yoga therapy, yoga research, health applications of yoga, and health concepts of health management in Upanishads and yoga skill development. The seminar was inaugurated by Professor Karunakar A. Kotegar, Professor and HOD, Data Science and Computer Applications, MIT Manipal, and member of the syndicate, Mangalore University. He was the chief guest of the function and inaugurated. Professor P.L. Dharma, Registrar Evaluation, Mangalore University, presided over the inaugural function. The seminar attracted about 90 delegate registrations from across the country, including Assam, Uttarakhand, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, New Delhi, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Karnataka. This includes delegates from AIIMS Rishikesh, Deva Samskriti University Uttarakhand, MDNIY New Delhi, Sanchi University of Buddhist Indic Studies Sanchi, Madhya Pradesh, National Sanskrit University Tirupati, Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University, Tamil Nadu, Central University of Kerala and Mangalore University. There were 16 eminent resource persons from fields of yoga therapy, education and yoga research from institutions including MDNIY New Delhi, Hari Singh Gaur Central University Sagar, Madhya Pradesh, Uttarakhand Sanskrit University Haridwar, Central University of Rajasthan, Central University of Kerala, Kodagu Institute of Medical Sciences Madikeri, Central Sanskrit University Guruvayur, Thrissur and Mahe and Mangalore University. The resource persons shared their knowledge and experience on theme of the seminar and on sub-themes related to yoga and health. Few of the topics included yoga for health, happiness and harmony, research in yoga, yoga therapy concepts in Indian philosophies, yoga therapy practices, effect of pranayama on the stress, effect of yogic practices in the management of COVID-19, yoga therapy concepts in Yoga Vasishtha, health concepts in Yoga Sutra, yoga therapy for insomnia, yoga therapy for respiratory disorders, and yoga for women health. There were about 23 research presentations of delegates from New Delhi, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Uttarakhand, and Karnataka. Research scholars, MSc students, and professionals in yoga and Ayurveda presented their conclusions about the role of yoga as individual and as adjunct therapy in treatment of disorders including type 2 diabetes mellitus, chronic obstructive pulmonary disorders, anxiety, insomnia, irritable bowel syndrome, osteoarthritis, etc. Presentations were also made about integrated approach to Ayurveda and yoga during pregnancy for easy delivery and prevention of gestational medical issues. So, with this I present the brief report about the seminar. Once again, I welcome the chief guest and all of you for this valedictory function. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for presenting the report as well as welcoming the August gathering. Now I request the participants, the delegates, to share the experience which they have experienced in the last 2 days.
A very good evening to all the dignitaries and all my dear friends, brothers and sisters gathered here. First of all, I would like to thank and mention a special mention to Department of Yoga, Department of Human Consciousness and Yoga, Yogic Sciences and Yoga, Dharmanidhi Yoga Pita. Like they have taken special effort to conduct this national seminar. Also, they have taken much effort to conduct it on hybrid mode, that is both in online and offline mode. Also, it has been conducted in a very good manner because everything was done on time. So that I specially mentioned that. And also we all, that is many of us got a good exposure to many dignitaries, like they have presented paper. Also we got to know about many eminent people in this field. And also like mentioning about this department, like when we have roamed throughout the department, like we have saw that there is laboratory facilities and all. So it's like they are conducting, like students over here are conducting the research in a very scientific manner. It's not like simply, like it's usually said that usually there is a misconception that yoga is a pseudoscience, but they are breaking out this and they are conducting in a very scientific manner. So we are looking for more works from your side, more seminars from your department. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your wonderful experience. May I have one more participant, maybe from male side.
Dignitaries on the days, off the days, guests, and my dear friends. It was indeed an immense pleasure to be a part of this national seminar held on the run-up to the International Yoga Day 2022. And we could see stalwarts from the world of yoga from all over the nation imparting valuable knowledge to the aspirants present. Again in a hybrid mode, which is indeed what the university has, the Mangalore University, the department has taken special efforts to go through with upgrading their mode of imparting valuable yoga education. And the message right from the inaugural ceremony, wherein the inaugural address, it was called for being plural, being conscious, and also the values propagated in the philosophies of yoga and also the scientific backing of the knowledge of yoga. The message from all this was loud and clear that yoga shows the way. So I congratulate and express my sincere gratitude to the Department of Human Consciousness and Yogic Sciences along with Dharmanidhi Yogapita, headed by Professor K. Krishna Sharma and his enthusiastic team of the lecturers, research scholars, staff and the dear students who have been consistently trying to provide this quality education to all the aspirants. I wish the department again all the very best in their endeavors to propagate all these values of yoga. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your experience. Can I expect anyone else? It's your time. Any participants from online, if they wish to share their experience, would love to hear from you. You can raise the hand. Dr. Mahesh Babu is there. Please switch on your video and share your experience.
Good evening everyone. A wonderful experience from the yogic science. On the last 2 days, I'm very interested to listening to all the subjects of the yogic concept. I'm studying from the MS in Yoga from Sala University from Hampi, Karnataka. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.
Thank you, D. Mahesh Babu, for sharing your experience. So now we'll one more. Yeah, please.
Good evening to all. I am Athira from Kerala. I have got a great opportunity to attend this national conference. It was very useful for me, and I have got many informations about yoga, and every presenters has presented very well. Then I have got an opportunity to present my research paper, and thank you for all, and it was nice organized conference, and thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Athira. Now we'll move to the next part of the program. Yes, you can unmute and continue sharing your experience.
A very good evening, everyone. Respected dignitaries on the dais, and then each and every knowledgeable person out there. So this is Uttam Borua from Arunachal Pradesh. I am a research scholar in the Department of English, Rajiv Gandhi University, Arunachal Pradesh. So even though I am a student, I am a scholar in the Department of English, I had a very nice learning experience while attending this particular national conference on yoga. In this particular period of scientific flux and invention, we are again reclining towards our age-old traditions, our own, very own, the order of our own soil, that is Indian. So, like, we are being ourselves now. So, in my paper, while presenting my paper, I have thrown light on human relation and how yoga can help us in connecting ourselves with the divine. So, like, I tried to do that, and you have given me the opportunity to share my views. You have given me the opportunity, even though the deadline was already over. So, thank you, the organizers, and then each and everyone present there, from whom I have got a very nice learning experience. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Uttam Barua, reaching far from the Arunachal Pradesh. We are really privileged to know that you have been continuously attending this program. We thank for sharing your experience. Okay, thank you all for sharing this wonderful moment for all of us. Now I request, we are highly honored that our chief guest Sri Balakrishna Bhatt, former member Karnataka Legislative Council from Teachers Constituency, is with us today. We are eagerly looking forward to his address. I warmly and respectfully call upon our chief guest to deliver his valedictory address.
Good evening, everybody. Friends, I am extremely elated to be a part of this very purposeful seminar on different aspects of yoga. I congratulate and thank the organizers, participants, resource persons, and Mangalore University, especially the Department of Human Consciousness and Yogic Sciences. At the outset, I apologize for not being an expert on yoga, neither a good speaker on the subject. I am a student of yoga, an admirer of yoga. I am a layman as far as yogic science is concerned. But still, I wanted to come over here and to learn something from the experts and the students who are so much interested in the subject. Recently, I started practicing yoga. I should not call it yoga because yoga is such a wonderful thing. What I have learned or what I am going to learn is perhaps a small drop from the ocean of yoga. Anyway, at least now, I came into contact with Professor Krishna Sharma, though our knowing each other, our friendship is 25-30 years old. Incidentally, somehow, I came to this department recently and asked him, I want to become your student. So he readily agreed and started teaching something about yoga, and then I started reading about yoga and the details, various aspects of yoga. As I said, it's a wonderful thing. World over, it is appraised, it is practiced by millions and millions of people nowadays. Prime Minister Modi, perhaps this month 21st, he is coming over to Mysore to watch the activities of experts on yoga. More than 15,000 students, people will be practicing yoga on that day. I was wondering, all of us have 24 hours in a day. Prime Minister Modi, it is said, he is working 18 hours per day. I don't know. 18 hours a day, perhaps more than that, because if we are to watch his activities throughout the year, throughout the day, his travel, his study, we wonder how is it possible for a person like that to work so actively for 18 hours a day. Then I came to the conclusion it must be nothing other than the practice of yoga. He himself says he is practicing, he is a student of yoga, and because of him recently, the International Day of Yoga, June on 21st, it is observed world over. So we should be very happy to be, during these days we are here when Prime Minister Modi is there as a Prime Minister who encourages all activities related to human endeavor. I started just pranayama and things like that recently, and I found so useful it is, and I have to come over here again and again. I will be getting some help or guidance from Dr. Sharma. Thousands and thousands years back, Indian rishis had preached and practiced this wonderful synchronization of body, mind and spirit. From time immemorial, when Vedic rituals, homas and sandhya vandanas were to begin, one has to perform achamana and pranayama. before he begins the chanting of mantras, stotras, etc. The priest, in India the practice, the priest calls upon the kartri to do achamya prananayamya, that is what he says. That means the kartri has to perform achamana and pranayama, leading to breath control. Then only the kartri will continue with the ritual. This was and this is the practice even now the world over. I am not an expert to say what are the benefits of yoga. Only if you understand that, if you experience that, then only you can tell it. I have read some of the things about yoga, but I am yet to, of course I have realized also, because I have realized then only I started practicing yoga. Yoga, as all of you know, yoga helps to control stress, anxiety. I was attending the last 2 or 3 sessions here when experts, they started telling so many useful things about yoga. I should not repeat that. It helps to control stress, anxiety, and depression. It gives strength and courage to face any eventuality in life. Improves posture, looks and feel young. It makes us feel young, though really people are aged. Recently I read in some paper, Swami Shivananda by name, he was awarded Padma Shri this year. He was 125 years old, or 125 years young he is. Ramnath Kovind, the Honorable President of India, he was handing over the Padma Shri award to Swami Shivananda, who still practices yoga, and he says the 125 years of healthy, useful, purposeful life is because of yoga. That is what he said. Swami Shivananda, 125 years. Our body will become more and more flexible. It is both physical and spiritual upliftment. It teaches breathing techniques, as all of us experienced, and self-restraint. It is a systematic practice of mind and body balancing. It controls over breathing and about diet. Now people, experts said about diet, physical postures. Relaxation of body and mind. A practice which involves physical, mental, and spiritual self. Yoga, as all of you know more than me, a moral code of conduct. It has a stress-reducing effect, I learned. Stress-reducing effect. All of us are worrying about the stress. If you ask anybody, he is facing stress. It helps to lose weight. Positive mental health it helps in. To relieve depression. It relaxes you. It helps to improve quality of life. Ultimately what is required? The quality of life. What type of life we are leading. Quality of life is more important. And to help improve the quality of life, yoga only perhaps is the best thing. Increases blood flow. It increases self-esteem, as he said. It increases immune system. Strengthens the muscles. It is not merely an exercise. Some people say yoga means what? Some exercise only, physical exercise, some asanas only. No. It is not merely an exercise, but it is an approach to the inner well-being. If I start telling something more about yoga in front of you people, I will be revealing my ignorance. I am a starter. I have started learning yoga. You have been, most of you are MSc or like that, PhDs, many people. But I am only a student, a learner, And only I can wish each and every one of you, let us continue this throughout our lifetime. And living a yogic life, perhaps healthy life, not only healthy, it is not only good for the self, but it is for good for the country. With these words, I conclude, and I thank all the organizers for giving me an opportunity to be with you this evening. Thank you.
Sir, your presence has been a great delight for us in this evening. Your appreciation and encouraging words about yoga have boosted our morale to reach greater heights. Your insightful and thought-provoking speech has been a great message to enhance the quality of life through yoga. Thank you, sir, for sharing a wonderful experience. Now I request the chief guest to present the memento to the resource persons. I request Dr. Uday Kumar to come and collect the memento and certificate from our chief guest. I request Dr. Thirumalesha Prasad sir to come and collect the memento and certificate from the chief guest. Now we'll have some certificate for the participants, those who have presented the papers. Considering the paucity of the time, we have only few names here, and rest can be collected from the outside in the late after the session. K. Purnima. Kushalappa Gowda. Jobin Santosh R.S. Chandana K.S. Varsha S. Thank you, sir. Now I request our Professor Dr. K. Krishna Sharma to felicitate the chief guest. Thank you, sir. A pessimist complains about the wind, an optimist tries to change it, and a leader adjusts the sails. The sails for this particular notion were adjusted by a person who is not only a great motivation to all of us, but a visionary and the person who gave us the belief to bring together this event. He is none other than our beloved professor and chairman. Within a short span of 10 days, he made us to go through this event in a wonderful way. May I take the pleasure of requesting our respected professor to deliver his presidential address.
Respected Chief Guest Professor Balakrishna Bhatt and all other our colleagues and yoga bandhus. Now we are in the concluding session. In 2 days, with all your support, we are in the last part valedictory remarks level. See, because of your cooperation, we reached here. And strange thing what you observe. See, from our country, south to north, east to west, see from most of the states, many students registered and participated in a short period. How it is means because of the strength of yoga. And what is that strength of yoga? Already you might have observed, and in each this explanation, delivery and comments, everywhere you might have observed and understood also, experienced also what it is means. Only the thing, breath. Shvasochvasa. Life itself on the basis of Shvasochvasa. Why I quoted this means, if systematically regularized this Shvasochvasa, anything one can control and one can reach from any lower level to higher level also. This is the significance of yoga. Who practiced, they understood very well. Who not practiced, they have seen that, not understood. So that kind of attraction experience, only it is dependent upon breath. That is the significance. Why, you may ask? In other few sentences I will try to explain that. See, if it is done very systematically, one can control chitta according to yoga, not mind. Generally we say mind, mind, mind. No. Mind is working as a messenger in yoga. Chitta means it is a component of mind, ahankara, buddhi, three together. If it is systematically controlled, everything will become very systematic, then we feel the experience of lightness first itself. Means, you may call it is vinaya, or you may call humbleness, kindness, good quality, whatever it may be, adjustment, everything. So, what are the questions as aroused from the yesterday? This is the answer. If we are practicing yoga systematically with the proper breathing system, there is health, harmony, wellness, wealth, everything. Its base is experiencing level, health only. Everybody knows the proverb, if health is lost, yes. Character is lost, everything is lost. So, personal health, social health. Social health is based on character measurement. Personal health, what we are saying, disease and all these other health hazards, problems level. So, individual and social system, very systematically we can control by the practice of yoga. So, even yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, what Patanjali told or others told, systematic practices. They give such a kind of systematic result, what our chief guest also told, time immemorial. See, from the beginning to till today, the result and experiment is same. There is no any kind of change. Only change with us. What we are thinking, for this problem, what is the solution? Other problems we don't know. But the main slogan of yoga, heyam dukkham anagatam, which sorrow not yet come, that should be prevented. What it is? See, like this dress building. Unknown problems prevent. Then you can try to solve known problems. Then you will be free. If you are not making any kind of prevention, you never become free. This is our present situation. not only in education, not only in health, each and everywhere, every walk of the life. So we need our life such a way, good and success, that should be corrected now itself. What Bhagavad Gita level says, Uddared Atmanatmanam Natmanam Avasadayet. See, we only the responsible for the success of our life. The same way, if you are not doing that responsibility correctly, you only the person to deteriorate that also, to reach dukkha also. So what our teachers told, what our text told, our buddhi only the cause for all this. Use your buddhi proper way. See, this is the science and technology which has given very systematically to correct our buddhi, health, every walk of the life in this country as our, what we can say, contribution of our country, our ancestors, yoga. If we are doing even little bit also, it may be bindu matra or whatever it may be. See, you can flourish like anything. This is the message from yesterday to till today, what we got from all directions in 16 deliberations, other paper presenters and students, comments or appreciation, whatever it may be. So in this goal or in this aim, we should move. So our responsibility is increased. In that direction, we should think according to our Yoga Day. Why Yoga Day and how it is approved, everything you know. In 195 countries they are celebrating Yoga Day. First day itself in UNESCO, 177 countries approved unanimously. See the strength of yoga. See, such a way when it is there, we should think very seriously how we can make success ourselves. Forget about all these other external things. Uddared Atmanatmanam. See, you make success yourself, automatically it spreads to others. What I say means, if we are becoming strong, our family first will become strong. Then second, our institute where we are working. Then our surroundings. Then it is for state, nation, like that it goes. See, therefore, first we should think how we can improve, whatever it may be, anywhere. See, such a way if you are thinking, that is our contribution for this world, for anybody. See, all these things with the separate, with the particular identification level, markable level explained by all kinds of our scholars and students, whoever it may be. Very systematically done. So, I express my gratitudes. By these remarks, I conclude and I request each and everyone to make this Yoga Day success without any kind of hesitation and give this kind of message to the public and encourage us and university, public, government, each and everybody, and be in the system with the what we are saying, very sincere and gratitude, attitude. Thank you one and all for the given opportunity. Thank you.
So we have a kind request. There is one more presentation to be delivered, which has been delivered. I request kindly to share the certificate to the presenter, Mr. Rasekar Julfe. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your insightful presidential address. We take your message to improve the quality of the life through the application of the practice of yoga. Thank you, sir. Now we move to the next part of the program. Gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul. Every celebration is an experience. The external fades away and the internal lingers and echoes in the most depth of the hearts. We are reminded that events like this one are milestones on the journey of life. This national seminar on yoga was made possible by many hands, hearts and minds working together. To express a word of appreciation and gratitude, we have with us Dr. Uday Kumar, who would propose the vote of thanks? I request Dr. Uday Kumar to propose the vote of thanks.
Respected dignitaries on and off the dais, participants on the online mode, as we are towards the end of the valedictory function of the National Seminar on Yoga, it is our duty to remember all who taken their part in organizing this seminar in hybrid mode. On behalf of the Department of Human Consciousness and Yogic Sciences, Dharmanidhi Yoga Peeta, Mangalore University, and Inter-University Center for Yogic Sciences, Bangalore, I express gratitude to our chief guest, Sri K. Balakrishna Bhatt, who given his precious time and shared his treasure of knowledge with us. Thank you, sir. I thank our respected Professor and Chairman, Organizing Secretary, Dr. K. Krishna Sharma, sir, who presided over the valedictory function. Thank you, sir. On behalf of the Department of Human Consciousness and Yogic Sciences and Dharmanidhi Yoga Peeta, I thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, our respected Registrar Administration and Registrar Evaluation, Finance Officer, Computer Center Director and staff, Engineering Division for their timely guidance and support for organizing this seminar in hybrid mode. I thank all the invitees, teaching and non-teaching faculties who are present in hybrid mode. I thank all the resource persons who enlightened us by sharing their knowledge. I thank all the paper presenters and delegates for their active participation. I thank all the media persons who have given wide publicity of the program. Special thanks to Posakural channel for recording and telecasting the program. I thank all the members of the department, Dr. Trimaleshwar Prasad, Mr. Nagesh, Mr. Ananta Krishna, Dr. Rashmita, Mr. Vinayak Krishna, Mr. Gopal Krishna, Mr. Amiya Das, Mr. Aditya Krishna, Ms. Sunada, Mr. Rajashekar, Mr. Ashwath, Mr. Puneet Kumar, Ms. Ashura, Mrs. Rajita, and Mr. Lakshmish, and all beloved students who worked day and night for the success of the program. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, Dr. Uday Kumar.